Hello, this is Survival-gyver, and today we'll be talking about the Outdoor Edge ChowPal. I have a hard time saying that, so please bear with me. So this is just a multi-tool slash eating utensil. And it's a nesting one, so this fork, there's a little pop out up here. You just push it up and it'll pop out. It's actually supposed to go through the center here and lock in place, which makes it nice and solid. It doesn't make noise then. But I find it sometimes difficult to remove because there's some tension on it. So I just don't put it in between the spoon. I don't have to. It may make a little bit of noise this way, but it has its own handy carrying bag. So that'll keep it nice and quiet. And there's a cinch top, little elastic band, closure at the top, so that's fine. So this is made out of stainless steel. It's 420J2 stainless steel. It's dishwasher safe. Obviously it's reusable, and it's quite sturdy. So let's go over what's in here. So you have a 3-tine fork. I'm having a hard time talking today. It has a little wrench on the inside, 5/16 or 8mm, 3/8 by 10mm, 7/16 by 11mm, or 1/2 inch by 13mm. It's actually 12.7 in reality, but it's close enough for this. It has a can opener on this side, and a bottle opener on that side. Pop this off. Make this a little bit easier for me to show you what's going on. And it has this little notch in the back that holds in place. There's only one downside to this. If I can get this to focus. Depending on how you hold this, you can get your hand stuck on that. I think I've done it once, and I've tried multiple times since then. This is my regular go-to, my hiking backpack. I think only once I've gotten it stuck in my hand. But it is possible once you know ahead of time. One of the nice things about this little fork here, let's see if I can get this to show up. It's got a little bit of jimping here and on this side too to make it easier to hold. So you have a little bit of traction there. So that's a nice touch. So somebody thought about it. Granted, I mean, I suppose this would be too, well, it's a bit on the wide side at that point. And slick, so that little jimping helps there a little bit. So that's nice. I would prefer a 4-tine instead of a 3, but it works. Okay. So to talk about the other side of this. This is the spoon and knife. And the knife actually comes quite sharp from factory, unlike some of the other things I've gotten recently. So the spoon is probably tablespoon size, just about. But it's not. It's more like a regular teaspoon. It's just wide, that's all. I'm sorry, I'm having a lot of problems with the shininess of the stainless steel and my light source. So the camera's having a hard time focusing on it. There's Outdoor Edge on the back, and that's weird. There's a lock on the back. Nice thing about this is, so we got a knife on the back here. A little, finger nick pry piece up. Okay. Get this out of the view. Maybe that'll help get this to focus properly. See, my hands have been all over it. There's a little guard here to prevent you from cutting your hand. So that's nice. Okay. Open this up. Now you have a knife with a liner lock, which is a nice feature, and it is quite sharp. So it's not particularly thick, sorry. So I wouldn't use this on a ferrocerium rod or something of that nature. But it would be pretty good for regular cutting food, steaks, breads, vegetables. and with the spoon on the back, that's pretty long. You can probably use this if you really had to, and maybe part of the liner lock, connect it to a big stake and make it into a spear. It's probably, well, it's definitely not designed for that, but I'm a big fan of alternative uses. So you could probably use it for making a trap or for a spear. Also, it's a nice large section to be cutting with. Or if you really needed to, I don't recommend it, but you could, a really long spoon. Now, why don't I recommend it? The blade's past my hand, so I should be fine, in theory. However, if you wanted something really long, you would probably cut your hand. That's if you're left-handed. If you're right-handed, you're relatively safe. Relatively. I say relatively because, like, this is pinching in the back of my hand. It's not digging in. So if you need something long and you're right-handed, it's fine. If you're left-handed, it's not advised. Ow. Alright. Anyway. So, simple liner lock. So, right hand, left hand. So that's fine. In that case, you won't cut your hand on it. A little guard protects you there. I have in the past used one of these. If you move the blade out just a little bit, about there, and you have a tick on you, you could put the tick right at the edge there, and you could pull that way, and the knife will take them right out. And I highly recommend you clean this with alcohol or some other kind of disinfectant. There is a little screwdriver on this end, little flathead screwdriver. You could probably use it as a pry bar, or a small one, but it's there. The only complaint that I have about this every once in a while, and it's rare, is you can get food or some kind of particulate matter stuck in the locking mechanism that holds the two pieces together. So once in a while you'll get something in there. Oh, by the way, now you got a really long fork or a really long spoon. Not recommended because this does flex a little bit. Now it's just a tiny little metal bridge that's holding it there, but you can make it really long. You know, you could do it like this if you really needed to. If you need something with a little bit more torque, say if you're, God forbid, if you're digging with this, you know, if you're in an emergency and you need to dig a hole or something and you don't have anything else, this would work. That'll give you a little extra torque to it. Not much because of the end of this, but you could. And then, of course, just fold it back up. Just leave it like that. Let me open this up so I can get this back in here. And that's it. That's the Outdoor Edge ChowPal. It's 2.4 ounces. Dimensions are 8.8 inches length. When it's open, it's only about an inch wide. Of course, as I said, stainless steel. It's got a single bevel knife edge. It's all that same 420J2 stainless steel construction. It's a basic spoon. It's not a particularly deep spoon, but it'll work. I wouldn't recommend it for soup, but if it's like a mac and cheese, something that's a little bit thicker, it would be fine. They do have a warranty on these, but it's as you pretty much call them if there's a problem, and they will determine what their course of action is going to be. They address all replacements and service requests if you email them. And I've had this one for years and years and years. This is one of two that I own. And that's it. So I'm going to leave a link in the description for Amazon and for Outdoors Edge, and possibly Outdoor Edge's search in Amazon if anybody's interested in any of the other stuff they have. They have a lightweight version of this. I mean, this is only 2.4 ounces, but they make an ultralight version where it's more like a spork with a knife on it. So you got a spoon with a knife and a fork. and less tools on it, which is about half the weight. So that's something new, or at least a lot newer than since I bought this. But yeah, take a look. I said I'll leave the link in the description. If this is something that you're interested in, or you have any questions or comments, please leave your comments below. And like and subscribe if you're interested in anything more like this. I actually have a couple other utensil videos I'm working on. I'm not going to do them tonight though. I'm just already 11 o'clock at night here. But so that's it. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.